Hello, this is Sid Caudle. I'm the leader of the Christian People's Alliance, and today I'm going to do a video on the Christian People's Alliance policy on puberty blockers. Now, it's very interesting that the whole transgender debate has really come to the fore. It's come to the fore partly because of the position of Nicola Sturgeon. Now, she was introducing some really terrible legislation to Scotland, which was promoting transgenderism in the classrooms in Scotland. But she came stuck when she was asked specifically about a rapist who was put into a woman's prison because he said he was now a woman. And she was asked, is this person who was born a man, who raped a woman, who now claims to be a woman, is she really a woman? And Nicola Sturgeon couldn't answer the question. So it then became almost like a position of derision. And ultimately, Nicola Sturgeon was forced to resign. She said she wasn't resigning over that matter, but it's quite clear that she was. So the whole issue has come to the fore, and it's become to the fore as well because of relationship and sex education that's being taught in schools. And it's being taught in a way that has caused a lot of controversy among parents, with a lot of books appearing in school libraries, which many people are saying is completely unacceptable. So this now brings me to a position where we say, okay, the Christian People's Alliance has got policy on transgenderism, and we've got policy on specifically on puberty blockers. Now, the Christian People's Alliance says puberty blockers should be banned, along with cross-sex hormones and along with any surgery for minors, for people under 18. Adults can make their own minds up if they want to do something with their body, but children, and that means anybody under 18, should not be subject to puberty blockers, cross-sex hormones, nor any surgery. Now, this is an international debate that's going on at the present time. But it's this week we've actually had some research that's come to the fore. And the research has been done by a Dr. Susan Bradley, who's a psychiatrist and pioneer in gender dysphoria treatment. Now, it's interesting because she's actually been offering the treatment ever since 1975 to people with gender-related conditions. And she said that in her therapy-focused approach to treating children, she found that most clinics' patients grew out of their feelings of being transgender over time. So that was her experience for 30 years. Then, in 2005, for the first time, her clinic started prescribing puberty blockers to children that said they got problems with their gender. Now, she says that from that time onwards, the situation became a lot more complicated, and she's now saying that she regrets that approach because she says it has longer-term effects on children's growth and development, including making them sterile and affecting their bone growth. In fact, she says the drugs prevent the bone density surge that typically occurs during puberty, with some patients experiencing lifelong bone issues. And she says that most child patients who identify as transgender are actually on the autism spectrum or suffering from borderline personality disorder. She said autistic adolescents are particularly prone to obsessive thinking and body image issues, which make them more vulnerable to being convinced that they're opposite sex. They are thereby led to seek medical intervention such as puberty blockers or hormones. Now, it says that her opinions on this have evolved, and she now believes that the decision to undergo medical interventions such as puberty blockers or hormones should not be made by children who are not yet capable of fully understanding the long-term implications of their decision. So that was what was being said by Dr. Susan Bradley. Now, it's interesting, you see, because that is very much reinforces our policy. No other political party is saying puberty blockers, cross-sex hormones, and surgery should be banned for minors, but we are saying it, and we're saying it very definitely, and this is increasingly being backed up by research, so that we know we can put forward this policy with some boldness. Of course, as Christians, we believe what Jesus said. In the beginning, God made male and female, and when he made male and female, he didn't make any mistakes. He didn't make any women who were meant to be men in the wrong body, nor did he make men who were meant to be women in the wrong body. It's the people that have got the problem, not God who created them. And everybody can receive healing and should seek healing. And what we should be doing is seeking to work with people and helping them overcome the issues they've got, which Dr. Susan Bradley said that she did for 30 years from 1975 with great success. So we know it can be done, and that is absolutely the right approach. It's not that we don't care about transactionals. It's not we don't care about young people. Absolutely we care. And because we care, it's because we care that we're saying that puberty blockers and cross-sex hormones and surgery must be stopped. There's also masses of cases of gender dysphoria regret, of transsexual regret, where people have actually had operations from age 15, and by the time they got to 17 or 18, they say, "Oh, it's terrible. I've had my breast cut off," or whatever. It should never have been done to me. And there's even people that have taken their cases to court. And it's quite clear that the process of affirming people who are children in gender dysphoria is not the right approach. The approach is to get alongside them and help them to overcome their feelings, and that's in their best interests. So I hope this helps you to clarify CPA policy, which I am certain is the right policy for these people. Thank you.